Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Kol Holoyim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Harakha Kodash. We're blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Aqua that's keeping the faith in the work. Shall keep at it. This your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 68 and verse 17. The chariots of power are 20,000, even thousands of angels. Yahweh is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. Right? We've been seeing the chariots for a reason. They've been revealing themselves for a reason. Right? And the reason is because of the times that we're in. It's almost like the Most High letting us know. It almost... because I know I get inspired every time I see a chariot. I go to praise and Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and I don't see them all the time, but when I do, I give praise, man, because it's a sign, right, that lets us, gives us hope, gives us inspiration, to keep on keeping on, right? But then it's echoed in, what we hear pertaining to Congress and Senate and NATO and so forth and so on, creating these different entities dealing with the military in space, right? So they know too. All right, so let me let this video play. I'll be back.
NATO is launching a new space fleet. All the timing of this is just like amazing, isn't it?
It's just like Clown World stuff to me. It's the show Space Force. I actually enjoyed that show. This is now a reality. We are starting a global space force, and I want it to be fake.
No, it's real, because NATO has announced, according to the reports, a new space project that aims to create a fleet of spy satellites. The project, which is called Alliance, Persistent Surveillance from Space.
Ass?
It's called ASS. It's called ASS with a P in it. NATO is saying our concerns are Russia and China in space. That's why we need to increase our defensive capabilities in space now. And this is where the endless open budget goes. When the Space Force was launched under Trump, I said, what a load of crap this is. And then it was continued under Biden. It's not about exploring space. All it is another big money grab for the military-industrial complex, which is already making $1 trillion basically per year. And now we're going to give them more money to protect us in space against Russia and China. NATO is launching a new space fleet.
All right. So they know what time it is. People, they still mocking it when you bring up chariots and so forth and so on. Because the Most High Yahweh ain't revealing the chariots to know anybody. Because like I said earlier, man, it's inspiration to, those of us that are trying to operate in the spirit of truth, spirit of sincerity, spirit of holiness, spirit of the Lord to the best of our ability, man. All right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 15. It says, "For behold, Yahweh will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire." All right, so that's what they gearing up for. That's what NATO gearing up for. Right? That's what the daughter of Babylon gearing up for. Right? It says it in the scriptures. Right? It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13. And I'll read from the top. It says, "And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof." Now that wind that arose from the sea, what is that wind that arose from the sea? Now let me go to Revelation chapter 7. From the top says, "And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, All right. Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. It's destruction. The winds are destruction, right? And it's going to blow on the seas. The seas are the people, right? Revelation chapter 17. And verse 1 says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Right? Verse 15, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues. Right? So Second Ezra is going into the destruction of Babylon, right? Because it's in the midst of World War III. This is what we're reading about, is the chariots coming to finish the job, right? So Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 3, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him, right? And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. That's Yahushua coming with the chariots, right? Let me go to Revelation chapter 1. And let me see. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7, it says, behold, he cometh with clouds. Those clouds are chariots, right? Yahushua coming back with the chariots, right? It says, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, Amen. Right? So Yahushua coming back with the chariots, and we reading the vision that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua gave Ezra of this event. Right? It says, Salah. Right. It says, where am I? Second Ezra chapter 13 verse 5, it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. Right? That mountain is a chariot, it's a huge chariot, to the point to where Ezra is seeing it as a mountain. Right? It says, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. Right? Weeping and gnashing of teeth, man. They're going to be terrified, but at the end of the day, they still going to try to fight, because the Most High going to put the spirit in them to continue to fight. And it's not for a victory. It's so that they can be destroyed. Right? Verse 9, it says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire. That's a beam. Right? Like on Independence Day, that beam that hit the Capitol and it just blew that mug slap up. Where you think Esau got it from, man? Right? It says, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid, and Esau terrified at the thought of it. That's why he's creating Space Force. And like old boy said, when Trump first came out with the idea, the men of the Lord was already on it. But the people of the world was like, what the hell he doing? Space Force, nigga tripping. But no. He creating Space Force because it's time for them to create Space Force. Because of what we just read. All right, so at the end of the day, man, hey, daughter of Babylon is done. You don't want to get taken down with it. Repent and live your life as righteous as you possibly can, to the best of your ability, enduring to the end, man. If it be Yahweh Bashim Yahweh's will, if it be Yahweh's will, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, like I said, man, Babylon done. All right. So with that, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh these precepts in this video were edifying. Kol Holoyim La Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Harakha Kodash Shalom Yashalom.